Ryan Schultz here with Nick's 2002 BMW E39 M5. You saw the title, how much M5 does $7,500 get you? And we're about to find out. So as I mentioned, it's a 2002, a late 01 build, 12 of 01. This car's got a couple miles on it, as we'll find out shortly. However, it's all here. It's got the factory style 65 wheels. Maybe not in the best condition anymore, but they are genuine BMW wheels, staggered. This car came with new tires on it. These are Continentals in the correct tire size. This car came with new brakes on it. There's a ton of value right there. New pads and rotors all the way around, new tires all the way around. It has a stock exhaust system that has not been cut in the past. In about 2013 there was an accident in the front end. It's fairly minor. It seems to have been put back together quite well. Bumper fitment's good. It is a stock bumper and it appears to have been on here for a while, as evident by the stone chips and road rash on the front, which is pretty normal for this car. Has the stock headlights, has the stock grills, the stock badges. It's all here. Let's take a look inside. We'll find the black on black sport interior in actually quite good shape. The passenger seat looks really good. The driver's seat has a couple little wear areas in it, some creasing and the usual, but no tears, no rips. Couple scuffs maybe, but that is it. It's got the factory steering wheel in pretty good shape. It is eligible for the Takata airbag recall. I don't think that's been completed yet. This vent, not even broken. Those things are always broken. The biggest negative is probably this stupid thing. It's got this Alpine Sirius auxiliary Bluetooth nav aftermarket crap in here. The Mark IV computer gone, Mark III or whatever this came with is not there. Stock shifter. A little bit of slop, not too bad. It's got the Titan line trim in surprisingly good condition. It's a little scratched up here, but for these miles, let's take a look at that. I know you guys are wondering. We are at 225, 116, and the pixels aren't even that bad. So he bought this car with 221 back in March of 2017, and now it's at 225. It's given a fairly reliable 4,000 miles so far. Parking brake works nice and tight. We'll get a look at the rear seat as well. Rear door panels are pretty clean. A couple little marks there, but nothing really good cleaning and conditioning probably wouldn't repair. Back seats are in good shape. Carpets could use a little vacuum. These are, fun fact, E60 M5 floor mats that are in here right now, so they're not a perfect fit. There's some scuffs on the back of the seat. I don't know if there were kids and or a dog in here at one point, and we need to figure out how to reattach that. But otherwise, it's pretty damn good. The previous owner daily drove this car for about 5 years, put a ton of money into it, in the neighborhood of $20,000 in that time period. Put the majority of the miles on it, but kept it in really stellar mechanical condition. It's had a full suspension rebuild. It's gotten the struts and springs and tie rods. This car doesn't shake at any speeds. The brakes are nice and solid. It handles really well. It makes a ton of power. It sounds good. Mechanically, this feels like a 100,000 mile car to me. It's really, really fantastic. So now we'll go around and see if we can pull out some of the reasons why this car was $7,500. The biggest one being the miles. 225 is a lot. And then, as I filmed before, all the Style 65 wheels have their finish peeling or peeled, which is unfortunate, but they can certainly be refinished and made to look very nice again. There's some choice rust on the car. We've got some bubbles here on the A-pillar, some more bubbles up here, corner on the roof. Rear quarter panels are good, no issues there. Tiny area right here. This rear bumper fitment isn't real good either, so that's going to be something that we'll look at eventually. The trunk lid, unfortunately, has fallen prey to the state of Ohio as well. Up there by the handle, down here in the corner, the usual areas. And I know the M5 badge placement is poor and will be remedied, as well as this badge that's starting to peel as well. The rear diffuser has been plastic black. It looks far superior. It's got a nice crack in this rear bumper right here. We move along, the obligatory gas cap rust is present. Looks like it may have even been repaired, and that little stopper there has rusted off. This side really looks pretty damn good. Get a look at the door jamb area here and see if there's any rust, and not even that I see. None there. I will also note over here on this passenger mirror, it's got some decent bubbles going on there, and that's a shame. Those mirrors are stupid money, but it does have some rust issues there. And then this windshield is an aftermarket windshield. Everything else on here is original and functional. Front fender's nice, hood's nice, couple stone chips, little piece of rust there. I mean, really, 7,500 bucks, and there is a dent, unfortunately, in this door right there. Probably the handle was stressed, I don't know. And then it's got a couple bubbles in the B-pillar. $225 on an S62. So since he's purchased this car, I helped him do the alternator. You guys saw that. New Bosch alternator down there. We put a new battery in it. We did the Eurodash, if you noticed that inside. That just went in very recently. And we had to deal with a stripped oil pan drain bolt, which is pretty common. It's aluminum. So it's got a time cert in there. That's been fixed. Well, we did that. We took the oil, which had around 5,000 or 7,000 miles, and we sent it off to Blackstone for an analysis. And it came back with nothing but good to say, which was fantastic. At 225, this thing still sounds, runs, and pulls like a freaking train. Why don't we start it up and take a listen to one of these with 225. You guys probably know mine was rebuilt at 192, not because it had to be, because I figured it was going to need to be. After seeing this with 225, I certainly could have held out. Pretty warm day here, so we're gonna hear the aux fan probably spool up here in a moment, but runs at a good temperature. Does have a fuel sender issue somewhere. I think that's probably about the only gremlin he's left dealing with. We'll turn off the AC so we don't hear any of that up there. This is a basic car with few options. I don't think it doesn't have split folds, it doesn't have PDC, it does not have M audio. Anything else? Doesn't have sunshades, none of that. It's got touchscreen though. And with the Eurodash, we've got the little cubby. The aux fan is running. It's about the quietest Vanos and the quietest valve lifters I've heard on one of these engines. And this one's got 225 on it. Mine rebuilt, this is an O2 motor in mine as well. Rebuilt is louder than that. I wish the aux fan weren't on, but it is louder than that, Vanos-wise. A look in the trunk, unfortunately, I know you guys will call it out, does reveal a little bit more rust there. This is all going to be repaired here shortly. The lack of the Mark IV, because of the Alpine aftermarket unit, has an Alpine amp in there, and who the hell knows what's going on with those wires, so I feel bad for whoever has to retrofit the Mark IV. It's not going to be me. Maybe it is, I don't know. Stay tuned. DSP box up there. Decently clean carpets, could use a vacuum, but no big stains or anything. It's got a new M battery in there. All the stuff's here. Nice and clean. Nice and clean in there. And there's no tools in there. As you can see though, there are no warning lights on this dash. The parking brake's on and my seatbelt's not on, that's it. The check display doesn't come up with anything. Everything works. The mirror bubble has been repaired already. It did have that issue. The sunroof works. All of the windows work. It doesn't smoke. It doesn't burn any oil. Being a 2002, that's impressive at 225. I can look around this car. I can't find anything that doesn't work. The mirrors, the folding mirrors still work. The driver's one's a little slower, but they do function. Auto headlights. As far as the seats go, the backrests don't have any seat twist. The bottom cushion of this passenger seat does in the rear, but the backrests themselves work fine, as do the little thigh extenders. It got a clutch last at 161, so it's been a couple miles since then, but this thing bites hard and picks up really well, so that's not going to be an issue here in the immediate future. Side mirrors don't even have any bubbles. That happened on mine, and that's a $300 piece of glass. Look at that. Coming out on the main road, DSC works, ABS works, traction works, everything works. And even at half throttle and a jerky shift, it picks right up. E39 M5 is king. Literally everything works. There's nothing that doesn't work in this car. Even the cup holders! Look at that, that one's a little crotchety, but it still works. Heated seats work?
Yes.
All these pixels are fine. There's a couple out on the main cluster over there. And the AC system was just rebuilt, so it's super cold. The nav is really the only disappointment with this car. The rest you'd expect for the price. But not having the factory nav, it's going to be damn near impossible to go back to it. Good thing is you've got in-dash CD, maybe even DVD, you've got Bluetooth, you've got auxiliary. Sirius probably just needs a module. I think even the antenna's installed somewhere. So you've kind of got the functionality, it's just in an aftermarket package. After some semi-aggressive driving, we've got nice vertical reads on the coolant temp and oil temp as well. So 7,500 bucks, another 11 cents March, and this is it. Nick's 2002 E39 M5 that is pending some body work. It's gonna get a nice fresh bumper, maybe some LEDs in the halos. I forget if he's done that yet or not. That pork chop under there is half gone, so we'll hit the grocery store for some new ones. But that is it. It's what $7,500 buys you, and there's no better car in the world for even twice the price. Thanks for watching. We look forward to your feedback and constructive criticism in the comments below. Stay tuned for another E39 Source video, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks again for watching.